scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Throwing on third, Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's... From the red zone now, Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down. Goff throwing again. This will be caught at about the 6. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Back to throw, Goff. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jamison Williams. A pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this 3rd down situation? Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They're able to convert. Here's Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And the Lions are going to take... Time to jump into the action, and we have a red zone alert as this defense looks to stop a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, 3rd down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Now Allen again. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. To the pack. Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. A developing situation here. A big play has put this offense with a 1st and goal down in. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. This defense backed up now as they're looking at a 1st and goal just inside the 10.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. Drake May has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we fly over the Central Valley and up to Santa Clara to check on the Niners at home at Levi's Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Christian McCaffrey, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Trevor Lawrence, strong in the victory as his guys run their record to 10-4 now with 2 weeks to go. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So a big third down coming up here for the defense, trying to preserve a very slim lead in the third quarter. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the... Time to jump back in. Opening drive, third quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Motion man is Shakir. Throwing now is Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now Allen. Touchdown Bills. Khalil Shakir. Bass on for the extra point. Now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. There's Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Here's Goff. He's got it to Williams. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have come back to make it a 2-point game. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have 2 touchdown catches. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the play.
Gibbs gets popped, and he loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Now Goff on first down. A little short pass. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now.
Touchdown, Bills! Stephon Diggs, 31 yards. And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to the... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This is caught out in the right flat.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Here's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Johnson jostles free, and they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. Nifty move. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Give to Cook out of the gun. Dancing away at the 35. Gets past one man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. Oh, able to avoid him. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. Oh, he shifts past him. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They juked him. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the...
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. With his 10th rushing touchdown on the year, his 14th overall. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Allen will try to throw for it. Oh, he stays up, and he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
This is 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Allen now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Able to get away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bills are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen, and so far, they haven't met Your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion is successful. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Now it's gone. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On first down, Goff. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 65 yards. And the Lions get a bit closer. Goff looking to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And now we've got a 1-score. Game and at least a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Is that what we call a glimmer of hope?
Glimmer of hope.
Because they've got to get an onside kick and then find their way into the end zone before time expires. Glimmer, or what's less than a glimmer?
I don't know. You're the one that knows all the big words. A sparkle? A sparkle.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're going with.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Goff now to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Goff. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. So the inability there to get the two-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense.
And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them.
And this is going to be caught. It's caught, and they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Buffalo, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we
today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Drake May and the New England Patriots.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Let's get you to the action here as we pick things up early in the first quarter. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. Down to the 42, second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 36. Here's third and a few inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Cook up the gut. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw, it's Allen. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs. Let's see what this defense can do here. Ball at the 18-yard line in the red zone. Back to Stevenson on first down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And they'll come up second and 7. To the air, May. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw, May. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. Alex kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's called.
There he goes. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Handoff comes to Cook. Oh, look at the juke. A second juke. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They run once more with Stevenson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing here is May. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Allen running the option to the left. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Allen going to keep it again. Oh, nice move. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain an 18-point lead. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll throw with May. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Antonio Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, this is blocked. And now the Bills have it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that.
It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Now Allen looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, right back to Gibson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's May. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Rams who are out in front in that one. DeMarcus Robinson, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And at the half, they are down to the visiting New York Giants. Drew Lock, 3 first-half touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Lions. The Bills were led in the first half by their all-world quarterback, Josh Allen. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Well, the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter. Out of this contest, 2-score game, start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive.
There he goes, right side. Inside the 10 and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Hunter Henry, 75 yards. And the Patriots come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
34's the mic, 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in, check in. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's have in.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On 2nd down, Cook. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. They run it again with Cook. Ooh, the juke. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because this is something I thought would be at the game by now. But sometimes these head coaches and special teams coordinators, they just can't help themselves. It's a fake extra point. But sure enough, it winds up working out for 2 points.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing 1 play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He finds Douglas complete. And I think the ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw, it's May. And it's a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 71 yards. And the Bills are able to add on to that lead. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for two. They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and a two-point conversion is successful. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or right now.
Yeah, now but they also the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 40. Throwing now, May on first down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Cook again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First down, here's the run with Cook. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bills start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a yard. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Still going inside the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Goodness, nobody wanting to hold on to that football. 2 fumbles, one by each team on the same play. Not something you see every week.
No, not at all. And you and I both know how important possessions are nowadays in the NFL because there's not much difference between teams. So when you get a chance for a takeaway, you've got to hold on to the football yourself. Don't give it right back to them.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, May with it. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now May on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 2nd down and 6 now. From the gun, it's May. And he's now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell you.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
3rd down and 13. A give up the middle to Gibson. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they go play action with May. Completes it to Douglas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Bullet good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bills, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.